all for coming. I'm Ira Serkes, and Carol is in back. You met her when you come in, and we're the hosts of The Art of Downsizing. Now, what about buyers? International buyers. We've had a number of them. An archaeologist who bought a pied-à-terre, an attorney with homes on 3 continents, who grew up in the Bay Area, who's returning here, an engineer starting a new job. And what about the China buyers we've been hearing so much about? So we've been attending a lot of meetings and seminars. I'm a member of a luxury home marketing institute, and they talked about the buyers from China. And Pacific Union even has a Mandarin site that they have translated all the listings to. What are they looking for? Great schools, well, we've got that. Air quality, we definitely have that. Food safety, now that's something I hadn't really thought about. But I remembered back, what was it, a few years ago when there was a tainted milk in China. So the things we take for granted now, like clean air and safe food, is something they're looking for. And air quality, Carol and I in 2008 were in Beijing, and we got there and had jet lag, so we woke up in the middle of the night and took a walk. And the distance from here to across the street was a highway, and we could see the stuff in the air. It was astonishing. It was the worst I'd ever seen. What makes the West Coast attractive is we're closer to China. And the other thing that's unusual is that they're looking for a home for extended families. In the United States, it's like you have the kids, and the kids move out, they don't come back. But we sold a house recently, and it was the kids, the young kids, the parents, and the grandparents all coming back together. So we're looking for something a little bit different than the typical home buyer. Oh, and our archaeologist. We spoke to her we emailed back and forth, we did a video call on Skype. We found her a house that she liked. She had a friend check it out. We took pictures of something, because in our house, a fireplace is like this, but the windows on either side of the fireplace are slanted. So when we had new windows put, because the house settled, we had new windows put, we just shimmed it out. And it was the same thing I saw on this house. So I took pictures and sent it to her, and she said, oh, that's great, we did the same thing. So got the offer accepted, went back and forth using DocuSign, digital signatures, and she said, I'd like to see the house. Great. So she flew in. We had that happen. I picked her up at BART. We had coffee at Espresso Roma. She went up to the house with Carol, had dinner with her friends, and flew back home that night. But here's the rest of the story. She flew in from and returned home to Sydney, Australia, the same day. So I think she moved so quickly she probably never got jet lag. But that's the nature of today's international buyer. They're flexible, they travel, and they're mobile, and they're accessible by Skype and DocuSign and digital signatures. What about national relocation? We have a lot of people coming, several people from New Jersey, and they moved here for the same reasons that you might be moving elsewhere. They want to be closer to the grandkids. Another one, a brother who's an investment banker in Manhattan bought a condo for his sister who's attending grad school in Cal. I came out because I loved the concept of Berkeley, but I didn't know the neighborhoods of Berkeley, and I'll talk about that in a moment. And to the Bay Area, where are they coming from? I took a look at the statistics from our website. 24% of the people who visit our berkeleyhomes.com website came from Berkeley. 20% are visiting from San Francisco, and I use the word visiting because chances are they're living in San Francisco, but they might be simply searching the internet from work. And then Oakland and San Jose. And then of course we pick up buyers and clients from all over California. The thing that struck me is the pattern from Southern California. Parents bought, their daughter had new babies. So the parents bought a house for their daughter and son-in-law and the new babies. In Santa Monica, a pediatric surgeon, David Braun, his testimonial letters in the folder I gave you, bought a house, Buena Vista that Gary did, Buena Vista Way for his daughter attending Cal, and then we sold it for him. Irvine, a pediatrician, bought a condo for his son at Cal in Los Angeles. We were looking for a house for his daughter. So we were getting a lot of people coming from Southern California for kids. And Gary used 40%. I just did a rough estimate. About 1/3 of sales are all cash. Where's the money coming from? In most cases, it's coming from family. It's coming from people who have it, or people who've sold a house and then buying all cash. And the things that happen with an all-cash sale is just what Gary said. I called Gary and said, we got 14 offers, we're closing in 7 days, we need to move the staging out. And they have few or no contingencies, so you need to be thinking about that. And that's about it. Put our expertise to work for you. We represented the buyers and sellers of each one of these markers, and we look forward to helping you too. Thank you.